So this last 9 months is really when it's been going down. I feel like. So what does that mean? Do you mean you're out in L.A. or whatever? Like what changed in the last 9 months for you?
Well, I think Joe Rogan really gave me a lot of support by having me on his podcast a couple times.
He's a fucking king.
It's the mafia. It's like he kisses you on the cheek and you're a made man and you're in with him and Bert and
he runs the world. I mean, it's crazy how there's no articles that I've heard he gets 40 million listens a week.
I've heard more. Yeah, I've heard it's like. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like over 120 million a month, some shit. Crazy.
Like, dude. That's great. I mean, it's just like, and I think I think Hollywood got a little too narrow. I think they got too insular or something. I don't know what that word, fully means.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. It also sounds like maybe something from astrology, like the moon's going to pass by somewhere. But, and then, so they got too narrow. And so people wanted to just talk and listen and have some
alternative type of shit. Yeah. And he's the fuck on of it. I mean, as much as podcasts are mainstream now, it is still, compared to TV and all the other mediums, it is, the new shit. But he dominates it.
Yeah.
How do we get in? How do we get in?
You guys are doing fine.
I don't know, man. We're not doing Rogan Mafia fine.
And I think there really is these level. There's like a comfortable level, and then there's him in this, he's kind of like the moon.
So I like this astrology theme here. I like. Yeah. So what like, how did your Rogan experience, pun intended, go? Like, did you, do you like try to get in with him, or you just get lucky and he likes you, or like? Yeah,
I didn't even know. I mean, I knew of him, and I was scared of fighting and stuff, so I wasn't really into the MMA that much. Even though I just talked to my buddy Dustin Poirier on the phone, who's going to be the next freaking champ. Max Holloway, look out, dude. Fucking shoulders McGillicuddy, Max Holloway out there. But anyway, I don't know a lot of that means, but anyway,
you just said, but yeah.
But I remember I got a DM from him one time in my Twitter inbox, and it was like 11 o'clock at night, and it was like, "Hey man, let's podcast."
Dude,
and I just fucking
that's it. That's the DM like that. You get that, it's like my career is made. Honestly, like your life will never be the same after that.
I felt like just felt welcomed into this kind of like little universe, kind of, And then after that, he's also just been super nice, and he's had me back on there, and we didn't even know each other really, so it was almost like we just gotten to know each other in that space, and. That's not an interview. That's like an audition. That's a job interview, not a podcast interview. I'm like trying to prove myself. Yeah, but that's pearly gates. That's like loitering around the pearly gates.
That's right. We had Bert on a couple months ago probably, and Bert was talking about when he showed up, and he's like, I'm just gonna tell you, I need an hour to fanboy. And he got in there, and he's like, I ran around, I was playing pool. He's like, I was like a kid in the candy shop. And then I got worn out. And I was like, okay, now we can podcast.
But what's funny is, that was a while back, and I said to him like, would you recommend doing that now? And he was like, fuck, Joe would hate you if you did that now.
Yeah.
So I feel like the fact that you got in now when things already have really popped, I think that's a big testament to like what you're doing out there, because I don't think he lets just anybody into the crew, really,
Yeah, it's like a thing he chooses. You can't like ask him about it,
right?
It's like
it's some mafia shit. It's crazy. He's the Godfather.
It really kind of is, man. And then Joey Diaz has been very supportive. Coco Diaz. I mean, that guy calls me once a week just to see like how I'm doing, like on a human level, like what's going on, and But then, so I think the comedy was going. I've been working hard at the comedy. I've been doing it for about 14 years. And then it kind of just all kind of came a little bit to a head. And then also, like, Hollywood, I feel like, to me, all the celebrities kind of went one way in the election. And it seemed like they were judging the rest of America as if they were seceding from the country or something, and that is what it is, right? But it left this whole, people were angry. I was angry. People were making fun of where I was from, or just it felt like that vibe. And so I think there was just kind of this, and there's no Southern people. They haven't even put a Southern person on television in, I don't think, 20 years. I mean, I can't even imagine how much Blake Shelton gets hit up to do everything, It's like there hasn't been a comedian.
The only guy.
Yeah.
Well, we had Luke Bryan on Tuesday. He's your American Idol guy.
Was that awesome?
Yo, he's the fuck.
Is he handsome? What's he like, bro? I like women, but what is he?
I like women too, and I was like, I get it.
Yeah,
call me up. Like, I don't, I know who he is, of course, but I don't really know his music, and I don't know him that well. So I was kind of like, what's the big deal? Let's see what happens. He walked off the elevator. I was like, damn. Tall guy, handsome.
He's one of those people. Like we've had a lot of celebrities.
Oh, he's like
nice
Santa.
Tan.
Yeah. He's got one of those vibes where it's just like, okay, I know you're somebody. Like, whatever you say, whatever you do, fuck matters. You have power.
Yeah,
he
feels
feel
it. Yeah,
like a superhero, like Captain Marvel. We saw that Monday night, and like she's got like those powerful fists that just like radiate, and like that's his whole body.
Oh, imagine if he comes on your back, bro. You know,
it's just hot. It's
like yeah, it's like going down a water slide without even going down one. You know, it probably just feels fucking cool. You know, if you're into that kind of stuff, dude.
If you're into come on your back, no big deal, man.
Which I've never been into, dude. I did have a bird shit on my back at the beach once.
That's gotta be similar.
Got nervous, yeah. I got nervous and maybe I'd fallen asleep in kind of a men's area, you know. But I do.
Beach. Somebody come on me. What's going on here? Someone jerking off on me.
And also remember there was like the feminine, like everything got very like men were scared. Remember like a year and a half ago, men were like scared.
Still
like,
going on, man. It's still tough. It's like,
but so I think there was just this zeitgeist where it was like, you know, it was just. I don't know. And that's how I think podcasts really popped as well to another level because it was like the place where men could talk about stuff, even their own fears and stuff. You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's what we do here is we joke around.
Yeah, we don't everybody talk about being men because we're not.
Yeah, everybody talks about being the alpha male, and we're like, we're beta boys, man. We just, you know, we're not that tough. We're not that cool. We'll just fuck. You can come on my back, whatever.
God. Wow. But Rogan, I mean, I think that definitely him being supportive, and he doesn't act like, you know, he just lends his support. You know, he's like, you know, when he said some nice things and stuff like that, really kind of picked me up. Like I remember after the podcast. He kind of called me and said, hey, man, you know, I just want to let you know that I think you're a funny guy. And if there's anything I can do to help you out, you know, just let me know.
That's crazy.
And he didn't have to do that, you know, so it's some of that extra level stuff kind of made me feel even more, you know, not like.
Accepted?
Yeah, just accepted.
Yeah.
Were you?
And I think for so long I just wanted to be like accepted. You know, it's what we all kind of want.
Hell yeah.
Were you scared to call Rogan back? Because like I'm so like if someone's like call me if I can help at all, I'm serious. I'm like he's not serious.
Yeah,
he's just being nice,
yeah,
and I'll never call him back. So, but you called.
I was scared to text. I was scared to. I was like, when I got the DM from him on Twitter, I was like, do I message him back? Do I wait till tomorrow? Who am I right now?
Right,
you know,
right.
Am I like
hard to get, or am I like, hell yeah, I'm eager? Yeah.
Am I a guy that went to bed early tonight after some fucking?
Sorry, man, I was out late.
Yeah. So
you're sober now, right?
Yeah, I'm sober, guys. No drugs and alcohol, you know, for me right now, but. I'll hold the back of your neck while you do a strong line, bro. You feel me?
You're one of those. Yeah, I'm not gonna judge. I'm just not gonna partake.
Oh yeah, bro. I smell your breath after a hot gram, Daddy. But yeah, right now, not for me, man.
Right now, meaning what? You're leaving the door open? I think you should probably stay this way if. It's a better way to live, I would imagine. So
yeah, it's pretty good for me. It's working, and that's another thing. Like I got kind of I ended up getting into sobriety like 2.5 years ago. So everything's just kind of been on this sort of place where it's going okay.
Yeah, and
like if I could just take care of myself and just kind of stay out of my own way, then everything just seems to kind of be going okay. So
I heard I'm a Mets fan, and I heard
Benny Agbayani, boy.
Yeah, man. Hawaiian fucking punch, baby.
Oh, I saw 2 Puerto Rican ladies fist fighting at the first game I ever went to was Benny Agbayani was playing. You guys got beat 13-0.